And it's not because you have no discipline. At 9 p.m. you're not hungry. Your cortisol is hungry. It's been elevated since the 8 a.m. meeting. It stayed elevated through the rushed lunch, the 3 p.m. inbox, dinner, dishes, bedtime. And at 9 p.m. it never got a signal to stop. You don't have a craving problem, you have a cortisol problem. And in the next 5 minutes, 3 things that change it before 9 p.m. The last one nobody uses. Let me show you what's actually happening. I track this in my own data. Tuesdays, back-to-back meetings, lunch at the desk, email after 8 p.m. Tuesday evenings, sugar craving at 9 p.m. Every time. Wednesdays, same food, lunch away from the desk, a 50-minute walk at 6 p.m. Wednesday evenings, quiet. Same meals, different cortisol. The variable wasn't the food. Cortisol doesn't process stress one by one. It accumulates. And by the time the house gets quiet, most parents expect relief. Instead, they feel the craving. Here's what cortisol does at 9 p.m. 1. It amplifies every hunger signal by up to 3 times. What would normally feel like a mild sensation becomes urgent. 2. It specifically increases appetite for high-calorie, high-sugar food. Not because you're weak, because cortisol knows sugar is the fastest fuel. Sugar spikes blood sugar, which suppresses cortisol temporarily. It works. That's why the craving is so insistent. 3. It overrides the fullness signal. Leptin, your satiety hormone, is suppressed by high cortisol. So even if you ate well at dinner, you don't feel it. Not a character flaw, not weakness, cortisol running a biological protocol designed for short-term survival, not for a Tuesday that never ends. Last week I showed you the 6 p.m. transition, the breath, the walk, the signal that the day is over. This week you understand why it works, because the 6 p.m. ritual is not a food protocol, it's a cortisol signal. It tells your nervous system the threat is over. Stand down. When cortisol stands down, the craving at 9 p.m. doesn't fire. There are 3 inputs that lower cortisol before 9 p.m. The third one, the hard stop, is the one nobody talks about. Input number 1. Name what keeps your cortisol elevated, not stress in general. The specific triggers. For most parents I work with, it's 3 things. Email checked after 8 p.m. News or social scroll after dinner. An unresolved conversation carried into the evening. You don't eliminate these overnight, but naming them is the first input. Cortisol can't calm down if you keep feeding it triggers. Awareness before 9 p.m. breaks the first link. Input number 2. Protein at dinner specifically for cortisol. Last week I talked about protein and blood sugar. This week a different mechanism. Protein contains tryptophan. Tryptophan converts to serotonin. Serotonin is the biological countersignal to cortisol, not a supplement, a food pathway. A dinner with 30 grams of protein doesn't just stabilize blood sugar. It starts the serotonin response that begins to lower cortisol by the time 9 p.m. arrives. Same food, completely different reason it works. Input number 3, the hard stop, the one nobody uses. Cortisol needs a signal, a clear physical signal that the day has ended. Without it, it doesn't know to calm down. Not meditation, not 30 minutes. It needs to be consistent. A 50-minute walk after dinner. Phone in a drawer after 8 p.m. 6 breaths in the car before you walk through the door. The specific ritual matters less than consistency. Cortisol responds to patterns. Do it the same way at the same time. Within 3 or 5 days, your nervous system begins to anticipate the drop. By day 7, the 9 p.m. window gets quieter, not because you're stronger, because the cortisol finally learned that Tuesday ends. I wasn't eating the kitchen at 9 p.m. because I was hungry. I was eating the kitchen because my nervous system was still trying to close Tuesday's meeting. The food wasn't a problem, the cortisol signal was. Fix the signal, the craving takes care of itself. Not overnight, but within a week, the 9 p.m. window becomes predictable, and predictable means it can be engineered. If you want the exact 3-step cortisol reset I use, the one that closes the day before the craving opens, comment cortisol below. I'll send you the night reset card directly, free. Share this with one parent who eats well all day and still finds themselves in the kitchen at 9 p.m. The problem isn't willpower, it's the conditions. Fix the conditions.